on Facebook too, it wouldn't let us.
Oh my gosh,
together.
it worked.
Hey, it worked.
Okay.
It did just take a little bit of time. But man, it's got to be that like Android to iPhone that just is not working, you know?
Yeah, honestly.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Such a pain. So anyways, Tressa was trying to figure out on her Android how to add me, and it wasn't like giving her an option. So if any of you guys are watching tonight and you maybe have an Android and you know how to go live from your Android on Instagram, please let us know in the comments. I was trying to like Google it and all the things, and just a little bit of a crazy show over here. Anyways, Tressa, do you want to introduce me, or do you want me to take the reins on this? Like, how do you want to start this?
Yes, okay. So obviously this is on both of our Instagrams, so a lot of you already know Denise, but for all of my friends, this is my friend Denise. She's a mother of 3. She's a goal crusher. I look up to her so much, and she said she would share her story with you guys. I'm super excited, so I don't want to tell your story. So go ahead and just kind of share, like, where you started, where you are now.
Okay, sure, sweet. Well, thanks for asking me to come on. It's always a huge privilege to be asked by you girls, and I love that I can be here and do this with you. But first of all, I have to say, your hair is incredible. Your hair has come a long ways.
Look
has. At those curls.
It's my product.
It must be the product, girl. Like, you got those curls controlled. I just cannot believe the curls. Honestly, it's amazing. Love that so much. But yeah, okay, so majority of you guys, as I popped up on my Instagram feed going live. But if you don't, my name is Denise Ross, like she said. I've been with this network marketing company for just 3 years now. And I joined shortly after just hearing the potential in these products, like how they performed, how well they worked, and all the things. So I came from a stylist background. When they shared about how these products promote hair growth, balance the scalp's pH level. So like at the time it was super oily scalp. And when I found out that these products could help balance that out so I'm not overproducing oil, I was like, that's incredible. And then just hearing how it helps repair your hair from the inside out. Again, from a stylist standpoint, I was like, there's nothing like this on the market in the hair care world. And so the fact that it's all naturally plant-based was also something huge. I know everyone's kind of going that way nowadays and stuff. And so it was something I really could not get out of my head just alone knowing only about the products to start with, okay? So again, I didn't know a whole lot about it. Just heard a little bit about the science, and for some reason I could not get it out of my head, you guys. Shortly after my friend had shared these products with me and I heard a little bit about the science behind them, I saw really quickly how she was able to build up an income with this. And again, coming from a stylist perspective, I was like, okay, people don't just freak out about shampoo. Like, these products obviously are working, like the clinical studies show, right? And people are seeing results because they're wanting to come back. She's able to build an incredible income with this. Like, surely I can too. This girl like didn't even know anything about hair when she had first approached me with it. Like, she didn't go to beauty school or anything like that. So I'm like, well, she can do it. Why can't I? I've never been in network marketing. I never even promoted products in the salon because I felt like you could go to Target and get the same product for half the cost. But I was like, okay, if this works for her, why wouldn't it work for me? The only problem was, you guys, at the time, we were living paycheck to paycheck. In fact, most of our paychecks were spoken for before we even saw them. So fast forward a little bit before I was presented with this opportunity, just to give you a little background story of like my life before. So yes, I was a stylist. I was a mom then too. My girls are now 7 and 5. So 3 years ago, they were really little. But we actually rented out our home because we became... we had all this overhang, right? We have all this extra expenses over our head, and it was just becoming really hard to keep up with finances. My husband had lost one job. He had to take a pay cut to get to another job, and it was just really hard for us. And so we're like, hey, if we want something to change, if we want to get ahead in life and be able to put some money towards like retirement someday, because we didn't even have that set up yet, we're like, we got to get out of this situation we are in now, like all this debt, so we can start preparing ourselves for our future, for our kids' college, things like that. And so just praying for a different job opportunity. Obviously, that wasn't presented to us at the time. We were searching and looking, couldn't find anything. And so I said, you know what? This sounds crazy, but let's put our house on the market, or at least rent it out. So we went with renting it out. And I said, let's live tiny for a little bit. And guys, this was before COVID. This was like 3 years ago when living tiny wasn't the whole, right? When living in a camper wasn't what it was all about. I know everyone this year has last year bought like all these campers, and they're all travel because of COVID. They're living in their campers just for fun. But when it's really your only option, it's not as fun. We definitely made some good memories, made the best out of it, but it was hard. We definitely had some really challenging days. But yeah, so we were living in camper when I was presented with this. I had no money to start this up, but something in me could not get this out of my head. And looking back now, I know that was God being like, this is your answer to all your prayers. Like, this is something you can totally do. I want you to do this. And so for that reason, I could not get out of my head. And I just went to my husband. I was like, I know we don't have the money for this, but we need to start this. We need to consider this, because I said, if we don't, I'm afraid we're going to look back with regret someday and see other people that have joined and got out of this business what they wanted. And I said, what if we say no, and it's the one thing that could drastically impact our future? And I said, I cannot live with the thought of possible regret if we say no to this, right? Living with regret just seems like the worst thing to me. So I would much rather give something a try, even if I think I'm going to fail, than to know at least I tried, at least I checked in to see what it was about. If, it doesn't work, that's totally fine. But I never wanted to ask myself, what if? What if I, had said yes, and this could have been something that impacted our lives, right? So he found a credit card. Not that I suggest credit cards by any means, but he found a credit card interest-free for a few months and said, hey, here it is. You can start your business now. I came with a product pack, and he said, let's see where this takes us. And guys, again, like I said, I have no background in sales, network marketing, anything like that. I had a really small social media following. In fact, a little bit before I started this, I actually went through my Facebook and really got rid of half of my Facebook friends I had on there, people that I just didn't talk to ever. And I just got to work. I didn't know all the things about it. I didn't know network marketing, but I just kept learning, and I just kept showing up. And really what made a difference is I showed up with so much excitement, and I helped people see what these products could do for them by sharing the science behind them, how they perform, what makes them special. Again, the fact that we are cruelty-free, we are plant-based, and that we have science to back up our products was huge for people. People like to see results, right? And so when you have all this stuff to show forth, we promote hair growth, balance the scalp, heal damage from the inside out, people become interested. And that's one thing I knew would be big, you guys, because working from a salon, I would see customers every day that come to me. They come to the salon, right? They come to the salon to feel better about themselves, to improve their hair. And so I knew people were looking for an option like this. So I did not doubt the products at all. I doubted myself if I could run a business. But what got me going, you guys, is I got into it. I poured myself into it, and I just shared my excitement again and these products and what it could do for people. And doing that, you guys, long enough, customers started coming to me. People started wanting these products in their hands. I started building up a team. And just 3 years of doing this now, I have been able to retire my husband from his full-time job. What that means basically is we make so much money in a month. And it's not to brag. We are so blessed and just so thankful that God chose this opportunity for us. But I say this so you guys know, okay, what opportunity this is for you too. And this is why I say this. But anyways, he basically makes so much. I make so much now with MONAT that he would really at this point never have to work another day in his life. Just to give you kind of an idea, what we're taking in monthly just from selling shampoo, which is so crazy and so silly. Just a year of being in this business, you guys, we were able to write off all of our debt, which was thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in debt. And we're able to give back. We're able to give back to ministries. We're able to help girls on our team that start this business that, don't really have the money to start up with a product pack, or don't have money that they want to, keep pouring into their business. I'm able to help them now so that they can build up their business and create the life that they want with this. The really great thing about this business, you guys, like I said, is a product that no one else has. We're not up against any competition. They can't find our rejuvenate oil that's infused in almost all of our products from any other product out there in the industry, okay? In the beauty industry. And so the fact that we have such a special product that performs, but that no one else can get anywhere else, is huge. Okay? No competition. The other great thing is it's a consumable product, meaning everyone washes their hair and those bottles become empty, okay? It goes down the drain, which means they need to come back and buy them again, right? And because they can only get it from us MONAT reps, it's residual income for us. So it's not just like a one-time customer that you're getting. You're guaranteed almost always that they're going to come back and purchase again from you, which is insane. And this is why I was like, this business side is so smart of this, because yes, everyone washes their hair. We all need to wash our hair. Everyone wants better hair. or more hair, or they need hair, like, of course, this is a great opportunity, right? The other thing that gets me really excited, you guys, is that, you know, the income with this. So MONAT pays back better than almost any other network marketing company out there. We pay 50% back to the reps of all the revenue, the product that they bring in. Okay, so we get to see that through car programs, incentives. The first 2 months you are in, you get what we call a smart start. So basically, you're getting bonus upon bonus already, which is incredible. And it's just their way of saying, like, hey, we know you came in with a one-time initial investment, so we're going to help you get your money back ASAP. So you don't have to have, you can have that paid off, and then everything else you can just put in your pocket, right? So that's really awesome. That was really special. That's one thing that I think keeps girls in this business, because they see how quickly they are able to build up an income. And then again, from there on out, after your smart start, like, you should have enough residual income to kind of keep going from there on out. So the comp plan is amazing. I could really go on that forever. It's not just my life that has been drastically changed. Like I said, it's girls on my team now. And never thought that my small yes back in the day, that was just, you know, my yes at the time was to help pay off debt. And I was like, if I can make $500 a month, that would be amazing. And then when that happened, I get higher. Like, okay, if I get 1,000 a month, that'd be amazing. 2,000 a month, okay, what? And I always had to keep out dreaming myself. But the point is, you guys, that one initial investment, that was so hard. Like, it made me feel sick to my stomach, because I'm like, we don't have the money for this. Like, this is why we need this opportunity, because we don't have the money. We need another stream of income coming in. But I was like, we can't afford this. How am I going to afford this? And it's so cool to look back now. And when we stepped out in faith, when we just made the decision to try it, even though it was scary and it was uncomfortable and all the things, you guys, that one initial investment has only impacted so many lives. I have such a big downline now. I don't even know all my girls on my team. And the crazy thing about that is, like, their lives are being changed, right? From the families that are able to be able to afford adoptions now, or infertility treatments, or just the single mamas or hardworking mamas that are trying to put food on the table for their babies, you guys. It's so special to be part of that. And I could never do that in the salon. I can give you good hair, but I couldn't give you anything that meant more to you like that, like being able to stay home more with your kids, or being able to get out of student loans, or, you know, whatever it might be for you. There's someone with all sorts of stories that are doing this that were different than mine, but it's something so incredibly special to be part of. And the thing that makes me so excited, Tressa, to probably share with you, with our audience, is that the timing of this company is now. We are so brand spanking new. I know some of my friends have seen me on here consistently showing up for 3 years, and I've been saying this for 3 years, like, the time is now. But it's true, we are still so baby new, you guys. The company is thriving though as a whole. Like, we are growing so fast because people are seeing this opportunity. They're seeing their friends' lives being impacted and changed. They're hopping on this, right? Like, they're like, dude, they're like me, like, I didn't want to miss out. Like, what if this is like the next best thing? What if this is something that could drastically impact my life? And so I think the fear of them too, like, not knowing, like, okay, what if, it's gotten people to get on and be part of something so incredibly special. When we have celebrities hopping on, we have stylists. That was never a celebrity stylist. That was never a thing when I signed up 3 years ago, right? Because we were, you know, no one knew about us. And now the word's starting to come out. Like, people are starting to hear MONAT a little bit about it, at least. So anyways, I said all that, like, it is the time to join now, to get in and share it with your friends in your social media, in person, however that is that you want to share and talk about this. The timing's now. And the great thing about this, and Tressa can testify to this too, like, we have such a, so it doesn't matter if you are 5 levels beneath me, or you signed up directly under me. Like, we are going to get you the tools that you need and help you move on this business as far as you want to go. But it comes down to you, what you're willing to put into it, you'll get out of it. And so if you're willing to work hard and you have big goals, we will work with you and help your goals be achieved. I have girls that come in this and they just want to make some cash here and there. That's fine too. We meet you where you're at. But I'm saying, if you want something that can be life changing, I've never seen a business like this, structural wise, that is working so well, that has the product, the timing, and such an incredible comp plan, you guys. We have no competition. Okay, we are the competition. People want to be like us. They want to figure out, how can we have a business like MONAT, and it's incredibly special. Don't wait on it. If you're interested, at least get some of your questions answered by Tressa or I. At the end of the day, like, if it's not for you, that's fine, but do yourself a favor, and at least if there's anything that, you know, you're kind of considering, you're like, but I don't know about this, just talk about it. We're not here to pressure anyone or make you do something you don't want to do. We want people that want to join this, that want to help change other people's lives and pour and give back to other people. So, Trista, I could go on and on and on about this. If I said anything that you I need to make more clear, or anything that I'm missing that you can think of that I should add?
I actually have a couple questions because we were all scared to be joined, like everyone. So don't think that you're just like, oh, that couldn't be me. Like, we all felt like that too. So I have a couple questions for Denise because you're kind of in a different situation. Mom of 3. So sometimes what I hear is, hey, I am a mom. I don't have time for this. So what would you say to that person?
I would say, okay, I got a lot of different things I could say about this, but you make time for what you want in life, right? When I started this business, because I had really high goals, my goal from the beginning was I want to be able to pay off debt, but a long-term goal was like, I want to do something more than that. Like, if I could bring my husband home from work or be making so much that he could come home from work every day and we could live solely off of MONAT, and so my girls can see both parents all the time, I'm like, I want to do this. So I made some sacrifices. I mean, it required my husband having to cook my kids supper at night sometimes, right? They ate a lot of pizza and mac and cheese. I grew up playing jokes about that, but really, we sacrificed the little things like this. My house was messier more than normal, and I let it get messy so I could either work on my business, or that time that I'm not in my business, be spending time with my kids. And I did that. I had these short-term sacrifices for the life that I have now, to get the life that I have now. So it's crazy because some people will say that, like, well, I have kids, I'm so busy, and I get that. Like, motherhood is super busy. It's exhausting. It's all the things. I have a almost 2-month-old right now, like on top of my other 2 older ones. I get it. And I'm running a huge organization. But the thing is, there are people that have an easy, even busier life than I do, right? They are working 2 other jobs. They have kids. They are their only source of income for their family, and that are able to make this work and thrive in it. And it's more so what you do at the time that you do have with money that's going to make the difference. So it's just like, you know, Tressa, you could go and work money all day long from the minute you wake up to the time you go to bed. But if you're not really being intentional with your time, you're just kind of floating around, getting lost in social media and all that stuff, it's not going to matter. Like, it's not going to make a big of a difference in the end of the day. Now, if you were someone that was like, okay, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to work for 20 minutes straight on this or this, the things that we give you and teach you to work on each day, you're going to see success in your business, okay? And so I say all that to be, you know, I do have a lot of working moms that are, again, they have kids. They also work full time, that I have been able to build up a significant business with this. And it's because they're intentional with how they spend their time. You do not have to spend 24 hours on this business to build it up, okay? Again, I made sacrifices. I did. I spent a lot of time in it, and I was able to grow my business really fast, but that was like my goal from the beginning. So it's kind of like, you make it what you want. At the end of the day, if you want something bad enough, you'll be able to make it happen. And my kids they don't remember all the times they had pizza, or they love that anyway. It's like, yeah, chicken nuggets and pizza and mac and cheese again for the 5th day. And having them sit in front of maybe the TV, you know, too many days in a row, an hour here and there, didn't kill them either. And they are still just incredible, great kids. The fact that I get to stay home with my kids and not have to send them to daycare every day, like, that's what means something to me. And I know not every mom's going to feel that same way. Some moms love what they do for a job, and there's no guilt, no shame in that. You should. Like, if you feel called to do that, do it. Like, that's amazing. But if you also want something else on top of that, like maybe you want extra money to travel, try this out. Because again, like I said, you can do this business. It's being intentional with the little time that you are given. That's going to impact your business. So does that answer your question?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. What else you got for me?
All right. So what about the people who this was absolutely me? I was like, hey, good for them, but that can never be me. I could never be successful. Like, what would you say to that person?
I would say, yes, you can. The reason being, I myself thought, you know, I believed in these products, but I didn't believe in myself. You know, I had the fear of, like, what's everyone going to think of me? All the things, like, what if I fail at this, you guys? But the thing is, if you just put in the work and you show up to work your business every day, whatever that time frame looks like for you, and again, you're intentional with your time, we give you all the steps that you need to be successful. And it doesn't matter if you are a ED almost at the top rank as myself, or you are brand new and you just signed up yesterday, or you're going to sign up today. I started where you started, right? I started not knowing, I started being scared, and I just started taking action. And before you know it, just stepping out and starting to do the little things at a time, compound, okay? And it equals, we always say, if you stay consistent with something long enough, you put in the work long enough, you'll eventually see success. You'll see results. And it's so true. So I think for me, again, it goes back to like, and a lot of girls on my team, it's like, yeah, okay, I might not be great at this. I might be a complete mess, but it's still like, what if I could do this? What if I could do something incredible with this? And I'm here to tell you, if you want to do this, if you just put yourself, get uncomfortable, whatever that might be like for you, you'll be able to go far with this. I signed up, guys. I did not know how to do a video. I've never done a video before. I did not come on here knowing how to talk to people well or anything like that. I didn't know all the ins and outs about our comp plan or anything like that. The thing is, I was excited. I was passionate with these products, and I had a really big reason, a really big why I wanted to do this. And I have girls from all sorts of walks of life, all sorts of personalities, ages that are doing this. From the very most introverted people that you're like, do they even talk? I don't know. To really super chatty, outgoing girls being able to build a business with this. So I wish I had a better answer than that. I just feel like if you want something bad enough, you got, put yourself out there, and this business will give you results you want. Yes, it might be uncomfortable for you, but if you just take action and put in the work and are coachable, again, you can see results with this business and success. So I don't know if you like that answer or not, but that's the answer I got.
Yeah, absolutely. No. Yeah, that's just the point I wanted to make, is like, there's nothing special about us that makes us any more successful. It's the fact that we saw an opportunity, we took it even though we were terrified, and then we put in the work and didn't stop. And I think that's what gets a lot of people, is they see this and like, okay, sign up. Why am I not making money? It's like, well, you got to like talk to people and do something. Right. And so I think that's what's really important. Is that's literally all it takes to be successful, is just do it.
Yep. And the thing is, if so, like, being an entrepreneur, small business owner, like it is work, right? Because it requires you to take action and put in work over and over and over again, before it's gonna like compound, right, and give you all of these results. And that's the thing that so many of us nowadays don't want to do. We're not willing to sit down and put in the time until we're able to see the results, right? People want instant gratification, instant success. And if everyone got that right away, from just showing up here and there, and we all got success right away, well, we'd all be millionaires. We'd all be have what we want in life. And that's just not how it works. That's not how running a business and starting a business works. It requires putting in the time, putting the effort and the energy. But again, it goes back to like, in this our particular business, right? MONAT. The time that you put in it, if you are intentional with it, you guys, you can see incredible results from it. Yes, you got to stay consistent. Yes, you might not get as this rock and start as fast as I did, but you will. You will see a level of success in this business if you just stick with it and put in the work. So yeah, you're totally right. I love what you shared too. Nailed it.
All right, one last thing. What is one piece of advice you would give Denise 3 years ago when she first signed up? Is like now having your, what's your one piece of best advice?
Yeah, I think I would have told myself more, because there was times in my business it would be really hard. Like, I'd have some people that are closest to me not be supportive, right? Because it's like, oh, you just join one of those things like everyone else does, and they don't work, and you fail, and like you don't make anything out of it. Like, that was my opinion of network marketing before this. I saw so many friends being burnt out by this stuff, and so I wish back then I wouldn't have cared so much what people thought. I wish I would have just didn't waste as much time thinking on that, because it was time wasted when I could have just kept pouring into my business or giving my family my full attention, or my business my full attention at that time. And I wish I would have started sooner. Like, I wish I would have joined even sooner than I did a week later. I wish I would have even worked harder than I did my first month then, because there were times I had time off, right? And I'm like, man, like I'm always like gonna have like those things like I wish I would have, whatever. But no, I'm happy with what I did. I'm happy that I got in right away and was just like, I'm gonna give this my all. I'm gonna go all in, give myself at least that way I know, like, if this is a complete bust, at least I know that I gave it my all. I gave it to my best of my ability. And so there's no regrets with that. And I guess, yeah, I think it's just when I got over the fact of like not caring what people's opinion was of me, it like gave this whole new piece, and it helped me show up in such a different way to my audience. And it was like the most peaceful like thing. Like it's like this weight was lifted off of me, and it's like I don't care. Like I don't care if people think I'm crazy right now, because their opinions do not pay my bills. Okay, they're if they them buying a bottle or not for me hasn't really made an impact. The people that want these products, that want a way out of their financial debt or whatever it might be, guys, that's what I'm here for. I'm here for those people that want something more out of life. And again, we all want different things in our life, but I know there's so many people out there that like we're so used to like the Monday through Friday, right? We're so used to having a boss, checking in Monday, clocking out by the end of the day, and doing that for how many years of our life. And the thing is, with how things are going this day and age, whether you like to admit it or not, I know it's hard for my family to like, my parents, I should say, especially, to see like, okay, a lot of things are going to like online sales and stuff like that. And social media, that's just how it is. So it's like you can stay where you're at and go to your Monday through Friday job the rest of your life, or you can try something new and be your own boss and really use social media to your advantage and give good things to your audience, right? Whether like how you show up and also what you have to offer. So I don't know. I could go on that topic for a whole another 10 minutes, which you probably don't want me.
No, that's so good. Yeah, that's so good. Well, thank you everyone who watched. Thank you so much for Denise for sharing your story. If any of you want to talk to either of us, we would love to have a conversation with you. There's totally no pressure, but we love to share this because we really, really believe in it.
Absolutely. So, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. And thanks everyone for attending. Have a good rest of your night.
Bye.